All right, we'll take a couple more calls here. We'll get to sort of what we can. 617-830-4750 is the number. Who's on with me next?
This is Jeff from Fort Myers, Florida.
Jeff, what's going on?
Not much. I had a question for you guys.
Yeah.
What is the likelihood that you think that Donald Trump would be a one-term president? Sort of two parts.
I'd
So,
like to say that it's very likely. The problem is, it is difficult when presidents run for re-election to defeat them. I mean, the power of incumbency, we know it exists with House and Senate seats, and it exists with presidents as well. So I think that the most likely scenario where Trump doesn't get another 4 years is that he chooses not to run for re-election. Don't you think, Pat? I mean, it's tough to knock off an incumbent president.
I'd have to agree. And a sitting president hasn't chose not to run for re-election since LBJ in the 60s. So
Is
it
that
hasn't
how far
happened
back?
in a while. Yeah. But I could see him. He'll be 74 years old. I could see him just passing the torch on to Mike Pence and say, well, I made America great again, so I think my work here is done.
Yeah, it's pretty scary,
Yeah.
and I hope he chooses not to run again.
I think it's also contingent on how much further the unraveling of the Republican Party is going to take place.
Yeah, that's another issue also.
I agree, because I was curious about reactionary voter turnout in response to the 2016 results.
Well, yeah, I mean, I hope voter turnout is higher than barely 50% in 2020 because it was horrible.
I know.
We've got to see that. People have to vote. All right, Jeff, thanks so much for the call. Really, really appreciate it.